Amazon FBA, profit from Pokemon. Stick around, guys. Hey, what's up guys, my name is John, thank you all very much for tuning in. In today's video I'm going to be giving away one of my secret little categories that I use to profit from Amazon FBA. And that category is Pokemon. That's right guys, so I don't know about yourselves, but I remember 1998 when Pokemon first hit the television. This was a massive part of my childhood. I absolutely loved it, and I'm sure many of you did too. But for a reseller of used goods, Pokemon is a goldmine, and I'll explain. Pokemon to this day and age is still going very strong, with loads and loads of children that still watch it to this day, and there's still new episodes being made and new films every now and again still being made. But this is over 20 years old now, and the most important thing about this is this hits certain categories that command high profits. The retro category, the vintage category, the nostalgic category, but it also hits the modern day category, which is not what I'm particularly looking for. I look at the older things, I look at the retro Pokemon genre, the original 151 Pokemon. But in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how I profit from this category, and I do this using online arbitrage, and my favourite way to do this would be using the Facebook marketplace. Anyone can do this and anyone can profit from it. This is one of my little categories that when I can't find profit on a specific day, I generally check this one all the time, because this constantly gets renewed. People are always putting more Pokemon stock on, and this makes this a very evergreen way to make profit. So I'll switch to the Facebook marketplace and I'll show you exactly how I do this, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm now on the Facebook marketplace, and just at the top search bar here I just quickly typed in Pokemon, and this is what I'm presented with. So this would be different depending on where you stay, of course, and obviously it is a local ad, so it's down to where you stay and what people are putting up. But generally this is something that will always be renewed with stock. It is a very big category that people are always putting up on Facebook marketplace no matter where you stay, so just check this one out. And instantly I can see profit straight away. In the first 8 listings here I can see profit. And again, this is retro, and it is right here, Pokemon Emerald. Okay, I'm actually looking at this one right here because I'm looking at some of the old toys here, like the Pokeball there. I used to have that when I was 9 years old. It's it brings it all back. But anyway, yeah, Pokemon Emerald right here, and it's for a Game Boy Advance for £5. So I will check the listing and I'll get back to you. So yeah, just check that listing, and it's £5. It has not got the box, but it has got a kind of plastic cover over it. That doesn't make a difference. So I'm just going to quickly jump to Amazon and see how much that sells for on Amazon. Okay, so this is me on the listing, and you can see Pokemon Emerald Game Boy Advanced. It has got 2 used for £47.99. It's got 119 customer reviews. So I'm just going to scroll down and check the Helium 10 on this. And you can see straight away that this picks up several sales per month. Okay, each dip is a sale, so yeah, it sells several times per month. I'm going to check the 2 that is used. Yeah, okay, so the both that are used is listed. The first one, the cheapest one, is £47.99 with £1.99 delivery. It is used, good, new battery fitted, 100% genuine, cartridge only. That's really all I'm looking for, is the cartridge only. Because ones that are boxed will command a higher profit. If it's just a cartridge, that's fine. Most of these games will just be the cartridge, but you want to make sure the listings that are there for that price is the same. The whole new battery fitted, that's not something I'm going to look at. I'll test it in the Game Boy Advance. If it works, it is fine. Okay, you don't have to write all this. The whole fact that it's genuine UK version, generally these games, because of they are the colour for like Emerald version, so it will be the colour of Emerald, and it's kind of see-through. Okay, that's when you know if it's going to be real or not. There's also other ways to tell by opening up, etc. But generally, if it's that kind of see-through colour and the colour it states, then it should be fine. But anyway, I'm going to go back and I'm going to check a profit for this. And I check the profit using the Helium 10 app. So I would sell mine for 45, and I'll put it up as prime because the 2 that's already listed are not prime. I put mine up at prime, so mine would be the first, and it would also be the cheapest. You're buying it for £5, your fees are £8.87. your net profit estimated is £31.13. So yeah, off to a great start, and you can see right here 26 in games, okay? That's the BSR, 26 in games in general. So that is a very, very good BSR. It indicates that this would sell very, very quickly, especially if you're putting it up at Prime. But I'm going to go back to Facebook and we're going to have another little look. And again, Pokemon FireRed for £5. I believe this is the same seller actually. Something else caught my eye, the Charizard card, £500 this person's wanting for that Charizard card. Wow. I remember that card. My friend, he got about 8 of them, and I never ever got one, ever. And I used to buy packets like every single day. His mum kept buying packets from him, and they ended up with like 8 Charizard cards, and he would not trade any one of them. It was insane. Just serious luck. Anyway guys, I'm dribbling on, and we'll get back to looking at this listing, Pokemon FireRed. Okay, so I just checked the listing and it is indeed the same seller. For some reason it doesn't, when you click on it, it's not showing you everything he's selling, but yeah, this is the same seller, and he's again just wanting £5 for this. So I'm going to check this on Amazon, and I suspect it'd be another good profit. And this is the listing right here on Amazon, Pokemon FireRed Game Boy Advance. It has got 12 views starting from £38.91. Okay, this listing here says a brand new game cartridge, but obviously that's not the case. They're only used. There's not a single brand new one selling, and it's got 137 customer reviews. So I'll check the Healing 10. And yeah, just as I expected, again, this is selling several times per month, okay? So I'm going to check the ones that's already listed, and we can get better information. Okay, so the majority of these are actually Prime, which is really good. They're starting from £40.95, and they are all just the cartridge. There's not a box with it at all, so it's all just cartridge. And the one that's £40.95 is in used in acceptable condition, so that's really good. You can buy this in used acceptable condition and command this kind of price. So I'm going to go back and check the profit. So I would just match the Prime one at £40.95 and the £5 cost of product. The fees are estimated at £7.98. Your net profit is £27.97. And again, this is number 44 in games, just games. So yeah, that is a very good BSR once again. So we'll go back again and see what else we can find. Okay, so I do seem to be sticking with the Game Boy Advance games category, which is fine. I'm going to say something first. There is loads of ways to profit from Pokemon, okay? You might not always find it on Facebook Marketplace, but things like Game Boy Advance games, they do so well, especially Pokemon ones. I've sold several of them. Pokemon board games, now you're going to be wanting to look at the vintage board games, the retro, the original, like 1998, the 1990s, the early 2000s. The newer ones don't command a lot of money. You will not get a lot of profit on them. But the older ones, if you're selling used goods and you can find an original Pokemon board game, which I've done many times, you get them at car boot sales for very, very cheap, and they sell for an amazing profit on Amazon and also on eBay. But anyway, I'm just going to keep looking and see what else we can see. Now, Pokemon trading cards, they do well if you can find good ones like this Charizard here. It's not going to command £500 at all, but they do sell on Amazon for about £100. You can command on Amazon. So if you find one for a reasonable price, keep your eyes peeled for that. But anyway, I'll keep looking and see what we can find. Okay, so I found another Game Boy Advance game, and I believe it's from the same seller. It is a Pokemon LeafGreen, okay? I know you're probably sick of me looking at the Game Boy Advance games, but the fact is, Game Boy Advance games do indeed command a good profit. And this is all within my local residence, so I don't have to venture out too far. I don't have to pay for delivery. I'm going to check this one out on Amazon and we'll see how it does. Okay, so Pokemon LeafGreen Game Boy Advance, and 11 used from £12.98. So that may not be great, but we'll check it out anyway. It's got 100 customer reviews. Helium 10, again, as suspected, this has got several sales per month, so it is a quick seller, and we will check out the ones that are already listed. Okay, so there is only one prime one, and it is selling for £34.95. So that's pretty good actually. I was expecting this to be a very low seller, but the prime one here is £34.95. Mine would of course be prime. I would send mine into Amazon to fulfill, so I could command that same price, and that is used and acceptable, and it is just the cartridge again. So I'm going to check the profit on this. Okay, so I list it at £30 and it sells for 5. The fees are £6.34, and the net profit is £18.66. And you can see here it is number 13 in game, so a really good BSR again. Okay guys, so I'm going to switch back and have a little chat. And there you have it guys, Pokemon is indeed one of my favourite categories to go looking for. If I'm looking for specific categories, this again is because of the retro and vintage and the nostalgic categories within this. They do command a really good profit if you find the correct items. People in this day and age still love Pokemon. I'm nearly 30-year-old and I still remember Pokemon, and I still very fond of it. It played a massive role in my childhood, and I'm sure it did with many people in the world, and this is why it commands such a high profit for the older Pokemon items. So just keep your eyes out for it guys, because you can make a really good profit on Pokemon items. And it's not just the Game Boy games. Game Boy games do very well if you can get it at the right price, but again, look for old board games, look for old rare trading cards, shiny trading cards. Look for the old toys like the original Pokedex. I remember having one of them. They sell great on Amazon. Or even the old electronic Pokeballs, they do great too. Yeah, I mean, I can go on and on and on, but the fact is there's money there, and these do sell very well on Amazon FBA, so just keep your eyes out guys. But anyway guys, that is me for today. I hope you all enjoyed my video and maybe gained some form of insight or even a little bit of value, hopefully. And if you did, please leave us a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing, that way you'll not miss a thing. But as always guys, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.